And we are live. Give people a couple minutes to enter the live stream. You guys know why we're here. Oh yes. Oh yes. You see the title. Let's pull this up on Sportscaster real quick. Okay. Lunch breakers and takers, what is going on? Ravens flock, what is going on? Okay, yeah, the best already in here. Hey, look, you guys see the title. Ravens win 20-13 over the Titans. And I love how we finished the game. Marcus Peters gets the interception and we stomp on their logo. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Z the Beast, championship defense. I agree. I've been real critical about this defense all year, but only giving up 13 points in a playoff game on the road, that's the type of defense that wins championships for sure. He says the O-line shaky. They did all right. They did all right. I mean, they could definitely play better. God's child, what up? What up, God's child?
What's up, God's child? Yeah, look, the defense was outstanding today.
Yes.
Obviously, they shut down Derrick Henry all day.
Shut him down.
The secondary was a little shaky on the first drive, and then they were lights out the rest of the day.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be so quick to jump to championship defense.
No, I don't think they're a championship defense per se, but the way they played today, yeah, that was
great. No, that is great. Next week is an entirely different beast.
Yeah, true.
So
true. That's gotta be Mikey. Mikey, what up? Mikey, what up?
What's going on?
Yeah. Lamar, he did his thing, man. He put the team on his back. Now, if we want to be critical, I can be critical about the offense a little bit. Overall, not bad. If they executed a little bit better here and there, and Lamar had some bad passes early on, we could have won by a lot more. Right, we could have won by a lot more. But like I said, it's just something missing, man, from this offense to really make them like explosive. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when you got somebody like
still showed some worrying signs. A couple drops from Mark Andrews. Marquise got hurt after his play late in the game. He kind of limped off, cramping. And the thing is, if he actually gets hurt, who you going to then? So they're very limited on offense. It was all Lamar again.
Yeah. Well, and Hollywood really showed out today, man. I'm happy for him. Look, Andrews, dude, you gotta catch the ball. Andrews has skated this whole season with his bad hands. Okay, and he has bad hands.
Yeah.
Right. And nobody talked about it. Look, I understand it's a difficult catch. I understand it's a difficult catch. The defender's in your way. You can't, you kind of lose sight of the football. But he dropped that touchdown pass. It hit him in the hands, right?
Yeah, they didn't really mention it on the broadcast, and I get that it was a difficult catch because it went, the defender was right in front of him, and it kind of passed through the defender's arms, but it went right through his arms as well. You gotta wrap up.
Yeah, but look, I'm not gonna be too critical of the offense today, man. I'm not gonna be critical of Greg Roman. I love how he came out in that second half, and we went down the field and scored a touchdown, man. Like I was really pleased with that. Drive stalled a couple times after that. But look, the missed field goal. I mean, what are you gonna do? Justin Tucker doesn't usually miss that. It is what it is. But I'm happy with the way they executed in this.
I will also say I was very happy to see them go for it on 4th and 2, unlike the Titans. That was a big mistake from Tennessee, not going for it on 4th and 2 on Baltimore's 40 and just punting it back to them. So I was happy to see Baltimore go for it, even though, they didn't end up getting it because of the penalty.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, just, from a psyche standpoint, like, it gave them confidence where the Titans were losing confidence. Right.
Yeah.
You see Mike Vrabel on the sideline having to console Derrick Henry because, he's not really getting off like that. It's little things like that. Agent E, what's going on, Agent E? Appreciate you joining the live stream. Dwayne Taylor. What's going on, Dwayne Taylor? Thank you for joining the live stream. Real quick, over on Sportscaster. If you're on Sportscaster, who we got here? Juwan Johnson. Is it Juan or Jawan? You gotta have to correct me. But thank you for joining the live stream over on Sportscaster. If you guys are new to this channel, if you're on Sportscaster, just go ahead and hit that follow button. If you are on YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you want to support the show, we got some links right there. You got a link to patreon.com/LBHT show. We also have our QR code over there for our Cash App. It's $LBHT show. If you want to drop a little something in there, make sure you leave a comment so we can read it on air. Hold on. Z the Beast has a question here.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about the disrespect on the Peters interception? I personally love it and don't care.
Yeah.
No, that's great. That was great. I mean, we're just giving the same energy they gave to us. That's all that was.
I'll tell you how I feel about it. I feel like that's a ridiculous penalty. Like, yeah, absolutely intercepted, absolutely stomp all over their logo, just like they did to you. Why are you throwing a flag on that?
Right. They celebrated. I mean, what's the difference between them celebrating right there and celebrating in the end zone? Right. Yeah. What's the difference? I mean, you don't get a flag for that. Dwayne Taylor wants to know, what's going on? Yeah, finally got a win in the playoffs with Lamar. Yeah, that's not something that we're really worried about. I mean, he's 24 years old. Right? Yeah. I mean, the win was going to come. And even going into this game, I felt pretty comfortable about this game. I expected us to win by double digits. We would have had it if we would have hit that field goal. But
well, and it's like somebody pointed out before the playoffs started. You were saying, Lamar hasn't won a playoff game. Like no quarterback drafted in that class has won a playoff game. Right. It's their third year. Right. And now Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson both have. Josh Allen didn't have to deal with that same kind of heat because he just hasn't been good enough.
Right.
So, it's unfair to Lamar and pin it on him and say, oh, well, you can't win in the playoffs. I mean, most quarterbacks don't get to the playoffs 3 times by age 24. I think he's the first one.
Look, I used to say this back in the day about like certain coaches and players and stuff like that. You never do it until you do it. Right. Yeah. Like they say, oh, he hasn't done this. He hasn't done that. Yeah. You never do anything until you do it. Right. Like, I mean, this is his 3rd playoff appearance. And most young quarterbacks don't get to the playoffs that quickly. Yeah. Right.
Before Michael Jordan was unbeatable, he got beat a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, that's the way it is.
Yeah. AJE says the Ravens had to be creative on defense if they want to beat the Chiefs next Sunday. I agree. It's tough, man. I definitely don't expect the Ravens to hold them to 13 points. So the offense, I would say the offense needs to get more creative to be able to put up more points. Right?
Yeah, they have to find sources of production outside of Lamar Jackson if they want to beat Kansas City next week.
Yeah. Our man Helio Dominguez, our guy in Brazil. I was going to do a test.
Defense played great. Lamar played great. And they pulled out the win. It was a big time win for him. Hollywood showed up. He had over 100 yards. The only spot that we would say was disappointing was Mark Andrews. He had a couple drops. Other than that, Baltimore really, really showed up on both sides.
Yeah. I'm really happy about Hollywood. Getting going. I think that was the most important thing over this last 5 weeks of the regular season. Really getting Hollywood and Lamar on the same page because it's paying dividends now. Mm-hmm. They didn't really have any answers for him, and I love that we threw a screen pass finally. And look what happens when you throw a screen pass to a guy that's explosive. You get yards.
I couldn't believe he turned upfield that fast.
Yeah, he was gone.
But that's because I'm used to seeing them run screens with tight ends and fullbacks.
Yeah. Noah Driscoll, what's going on, Noah? Heck of a win. I love our guy so much, especially that dude wearing number 8. Hey, 8 is the way.
That's right.
8 is the way. #8 is the way. Jazzy JJ, what's going on? Thank you for joining the live stream. No more Lamar's 0-2. What's it going to be? What's going to be the next Lamar excuse? There's always going to be something.
Well, I mean, he's still a running back, right? He only threw for 170 yards, right? So there you go.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got to make this. Oh, okay. Kaylee over on Sportscaster. Thank you for joining the live stream, man. Appreciate it. We got to make this a short live stream. All right. Cause I got to head out here pretty soon, but we're going to be dropping some videos tomorrow. And also, if you weren't here for last Wednesday, we are doing a weekly show on Wednesday at 7 p.m. So make sure you guys check that out. All right. Mm-hmm. Helio says Mark Andrews is not the same in big game.
No, he is not.
That's 100% facts right there. 100% facts, man.
I think that's a thing that he'll kind of grow out of. I think
agree.
I think it's nerves for the most part.
Yeah. I'm not. Look, I mean, these guys are super young. All of them on offense, they're super young. Like I'm not really worried about it. It's just like for right now, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's good. Like that's why I wanted AB so much. Like I wanted a guy with experience and it's really good in these situations. So those guys. They kind of choke up a little bit, but you still have guys with experience that step up. Like last night, right? You watched the Tampa Bay Washington game. Chris Godwin, who's lauded for having great hands, right? Yeah. Some of the best hands on the team. He had like 4 drops in a game, right? I think that's nerves getting to him. But you got AB out there, you got Mike Evans out there, you got Gronk out there, you got Cameron Brate out there. So it didn't matter, right? Yeah. It didn't matter.
In Baltimore, you're telling third-year tight end Mark Andrews, second-year wide receiver Hollywood, and first-year running back J.K. Dobbins to go get that playoff win for you.
Yeah. ISK with the jokes here. We won the championship. I know the Titans want to think we feel like we won a Super Bowl, but this trashy Titans team needed to be put out. 100% agree, ISK. 100% agree. Like I said, I love at the end of the game when you put the ball in Tannehill's hands, right? Because me and B talked about this, right? Tannehill had a great season, but the way this offense is constructed, they want to take the ball out of his hands as much as possible. Yeah. Titans do, right? For situations like that. And for it to end where he has to go down the field to score a touchdown and he throws an interception to Peters and they all celebrate on that logo. Perfect. Like no better ending than that.
But and that interception wasn't on Tannehill, right? That receiver ran into Peters and fell down. But this is what happens, and this is what we say about Baltimore all the time. This is what happens when you build a run-first team. Yeah. And Derrick Henry, great player, 2,000 yards, led the league in rushing the last 2 seasons, and he got shut down. And what did they do? Yeah. They're uncomfortable. They're out of their comfort zone. They don't know what to do. They couldn't get it done. Right. Right. So no matter how good you are, I mean, this applies from Kansas City all the way down. You're going to end up in a situation where you have to throw the ball late in the game to win. Yeah. So why not build your team to be, the best at that?
Right. And another thing that the Ravens did on defense that I've been asking of them the whole year was, look, they stacked the box against Henry and they just let the cornerbacks play man, right? Yeah. They played a lot of man. They stacked the box, and it didn't matter. Like it didn't matter if they threw for a couple first downs, right? Or they got beat deep on a couple plays. They're still they didn't break. Like they stayed in that same type of strategy the whole game because they're like, no, Tannehill, you're going to have to beat us, right? Yeah. Like we're not going to change up to just so you can go back to running. Like no, you're going to have to beat us because that's what they like to do. Tannehill make a nice play. They get like 16 yards in the first down, and what they want to do is go back to running the ball. Yeah. And Ravens like, nope, you're going to have to pass it again. You're going to have to do it again.
Yeah. Marlon Humphrey got worked on their first drive. Or maybe it was their second drive. But he gave up like 53 yards and a touchdown to A.J. Brown on that drive. Yeah. But like you said, they stuck with it.
Yeah. Tanja Bowman, thank you for joining the live stream. Shout out to Tanja, man. She's been giving us a lot of love on some of the other streams that we've been on. Like we've been on the Graven Show, we've been on Joe Newbo's. I see you in the comments. I see you in the comments. We won just to need to run the ball on KC. Oh, okay. KC, look, they can't tackle, but they can score. Yeah, that's the thing, right? And they can cover. Like they have a pretty solid secondary. We can't do the same thing that we did today against them. I mean, they're just a different team. Now, they've looked sloppy the last few weeks, but I think that might have been more of them just being a little bored going into the
just playoffs. Waiting for the playoffs to start.
But what we got to hope for now is, they're a little rusty, right? They get off to a slow start, and maybe we can get ahead. And if we can get ahead, we got to let our defense do their thing. We got to let our edge rushers do their thing. So,
yeah, they're going to need a full 60 minutes from their defense because Kansas City puts up points in bunches. Like you can have them bottled up for 3.5 quarters and they'll still go off, and score 3 touchdowns on you.
Right. The Trib won. What's going on? The Trib won. Our defense play like they get paid more than our offense. Facts.
Finally, right?
Yeah. Mikey says, McPhee played well. Yeah, he does. McPhee is a good player. His only problem was injuries, right? Like how many snaps can he take before he breaks down? But like McPhee's a solid player for sure. Yeah, he definitely helped out. Adrian Gutierrez. The Ravens are going to need a similar balance offensively to win deep. Lamar did a good job of taking the play in front of him and game progress. Exactly. Yeah. It would be a time possession game against Kansas City or Buffalo. Yeah. I'd rather play Buffalo, right?
Yeah. I think they can win that way against Buffalo because I think you can get Josh Allen to make some mistakes. I don't think that works against Kansas City. I just really don't. Right. They're going to need career type games from Ngakoue and Judon getting after Mahomes, and they're going to need their offense to just put up a lot of points.
Yeah. Okay, Kaylee over on Sportscaster. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Motor Jason, thank you for joining the live stream. And like I said earlier, if you're new to the live stream, if you're new to our channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that follow button over on Sportscaster. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, right? And hit that notification bell too, because we're always dropping videos. And if you guys like what we're doing and you want support, right up there, hit up patreon.com/LBHT show. Right now, we just have a $3 tier. We're about to roll out our $10 tiers pretty soon. But we have some perks for our Patreon members coming up. Also, right over there, that little QR code will take you to our Cash App, or if you have Cash App already, it's $LBHT show. If you leave a little donation, make sure you leave a comment so we can read it on air. Okay, Tanja has a comment here. They haven't been looking as good. We need to wear them out and then pass. That's our only hope. I love Peter's interception. It was perfect.
Yeah,
it was perfect. Yeah.
Marcus Peters is made for moments like those. Like that. That's who he is.
Yeah, I mean, he frustrates you, right? Because he gives up plays. He makes little boneheaded plays. Sometimes he doesn't put a lot of effort into tackling. All the time he doesn't. He doesn't like to tackle, right? But he makes clutch plays, man. That was a clutch play, Courtney Rogers, thank you for joining the live stream. Kansas City Chiefs are ready to be had. Man, I hope so. They have been looking shaky for about 6 weeks. Rush forward and play coverage, get away from single high safety crap, and move to two high safety.
We'll see. I mean, my feeling on Kansas City, like we just said, is that they're just kind of, not necessarily bored, but you see this a lot with teams who win championships where they don't look as dominant as you've seen them before, when they were on their way to their first title, because regular season doesn't mean anything for them anymore.
Right.
They're just kind of running out the clock on the regular season, and now it is, now it's go time. Now's the real season. So we'll see how they look next week. I wouldn't be so quick to brush them aside though.
Yeah. Motor Jason over on Sportscaster, thank you for the tip. Man, we getting all kinds of love today, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for that. Let's see. ISK, what you got? Great defenses this year. Make it to the Super Bowl. Rams versus Ravens. Green Bay. I don't see the Rams. They dominated the Seahawks. Seahawks, man, they're up and down, man. Like I don't particularly think that they're being well coached, man. Like I think you just have Russell Wilson just holding that team up.
Yeah.
But the Rams, no, I don't think they make it. Green Bay is a good defense, aren't they?
Yeah, Green Bay has a really good defense, but they're going to make it because Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they had
Adams.
Yeah, they had the MVP, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. I think Green Bay. I'm picking Green Bay in the NFC. I'm just not gonna say anything about the AFC.
I'll say it for you. Kansas City's coming out of the AFC.
Look, I'm not saying anything. We'll see. I'm gonna give you my pick after next week. All right. Z the Beast. Yannick gotta go get his money.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Him and Judon, both free agents. They both need to show up and show out against Kansas City.
That is true.
And let's just say, I don't want to completely discount Cleveland's chances of winning tonight. I'm just, that's our assumption right now is that Cleveland's not going to have enough to get past Pittsburgh, so that Baltimore end up playing Kansas City.
Hey B, are you able to pull up the comments on your side?
Let me see. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to jump off real quick for like 2 seconds. All right, just read some comments and respond to them real quick. What up, Quan? I see you in there. What up, Quan? I'll be right back.
Okay, so we got Jazzy JJ. Yeah, you got to play zone versus KC. Don't give up the big plays. Make them have to be methodical and pick you apart. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. It's just a matter of being able to do it for 4 full quarters. And it seems like an easy plan, but it's not easy to execute. They can get behind your defenses almost at will over there. And they have so many weapons. It's Pat Mahomes, best quarterback in the league. You got Tyreek Hill. You got Travis Kelce, almost led the league in receiving yards. You got Sammy Watkins. I'm not sure if he's healthy yet, but then you're also looking at Edwards-Helaire, Le'Veon Bell. So, it's just tough. Lamar ran a track meet today, Quan. Yes, he did. Lamar, he put everything on display for Baltimore today. And, that's kind of been our thing with the Ravens all year long, is that Lamar has to carry so much of the burden on offense for them to win. It worked today, but they have to get, big time contributions from other players moving forward if they want to keep the winning going, at least in my opinion. The defense, like I said, played outstanding today. They need them to keep up that level of play, and they just got to get more from guys like Andrews and then Boykin or Duvernay moving forward.
Yeah. Where'd you leave off at? Who'd you read?
The last comment I read was Quan there.
Oh, okay, about Lamar?
Yeah.
Lamar. That's the thing. And Coach Evans from Sip to Tally Films, he mentioned that on Engraven's live stream that we all did a few weeks back, right? The best thing to do with Lamar is to not run the options, right? He's on the same page with us on that. Stop running the option. He's best when he can drop back and pass, and if there's nothing there, he can take it and run, right? Or just run out of the passing formation, because that's what they're not prepared for, right? Yeah. What Tennessee did, I mean, they did a good job bottling him up, and they did a good job reading their keys and just, keeping their assignments, the players in front of them, and just containing Lamar on those read option plays, right? He was not effective with that. But when he dropped back to pass and then he ran, that's where, they had those problems, right? Yeah. Because, they have different assignments, and you can't really game plan for that. No. That involves spying, right? You can spy, Lamar can pass.
Well, and then at that point, it's just, it's one-on-one. I'm a better athlete than you. I'm a better player than you. And like I said, Lamar's the best open field runner in the NFL, period. Yeah. So you're not going to win many of those one-on-ones. And I if you saw that the touchdown run he had early, the 48-yard touchdown run, I mean, it wasn't even just making people miss. Like, he straight up outran angles that defenders had on him.
Right.
He's too fast, too agile, and too skilled of a runner for you to stop that.
Yeah. All right. We have a couple more comments and we got to get out of here. But we will be back tomorrow. If we don't do a live stream, we'll definitely drop a few videos. So, make sure you check us out. ISK says, Mahomie and Kelce both have 3 weeks off. Do you think they will have any rust? I'm hoping. But no, I don't think so. I think they're just too good, man. But I mean, that could be a thing, right? That could be, right? Maybe they're a little rusty in the first half. But the thing with them is, when they get hot, they only need 1 quarter. Yeah. Kansas City only needs 1 quarter against anybody, right? So what we need is, hopefully they are rusty in that first half, at least, and we build up a lead, and Lamar gets hot along with Kansas City. Like, it's okay if they get hot as long as Lamar is hot and we're able to put up points. Like what I saw today, look, we won 20-13. We could have easily won by 17 points, right? Mm-hmm. The drive stalled a couple times. We had to miss field goal, but we left some points out there on the field. We could have easily blown them out. And I felt that way about the first time we played them this year right? I felt, we're up 10. The game was getting away from them, and we let them back in it. So it's about execution, right? Look, I harp on the coaches a lot, but yes, the players have to be held accountable too. Like, look, man, Andrews, you have to catch the ball. You have to, right? So it's just a matter of executing a little bit better, finishing these drives, and yeah, we can do it, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the comments here. Quante, I'll shut King Henry down. That D made the money, good investment. I mean, yeah, they shut down Derrick Henry, but they didn't invest for a wild card weekend victory.
Right.
That investment's for a Super Bowl. So we'll see.
Look, good first game,
Mhm.
right? They played exactly what how they got paid. That this is exactly what we built the defense for. So I'm very happy about it. So I got nothing bad to say today about the defense, man. Like I said, that first drive, the secondary got beat a little bit. Not a big deal. Look, I mean, AJ Brown is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a great player, and he stiff-armed Marlon Humphrey on that play.
Yeah, I mean, and if you allow offensive pass interference, a lot of receivers are great.
Yeah. But holding that team to 13 points. Titans are averaging, what were they averaging?
Just over 30.
Yeah, 30 points a game this season, and we held them to 13. So job well done, job well done. And next week, whether we play Kansas City or the Bills, it's, those are both explosive offenses. I feel a lot better if we play the Bills. I feel a lot better if we play the Bills. Yeah. But, it's still going to be a tall task. So we'll see how they handle it next week. All right. But all right, that's going to be it for now, guys. Thank you for joining the live stream, man. I appreciate it. Thank you everybody that's on Sportscaster, giving us tips, leaving comments. Again, make sure you hit that follow button over on Sportscaster. Hit that like and subscribe button over on YouTube. If you want to support, right up there, patreon.com/LBHT show, Cash App right there in the corner. You guys support. Look, we're going to have a lot of stuff for you guys coming up here in the near future. If you watched our show, that's another thing. Every Wednesday, 7 o'clock, Wednesday, 7 p.m., we will be doing live streams, right? We're covering everything, NFL, NBA, boxing, UFC, all that good stuff, right? This Wednesday will probably be heavily dedicated to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
We're in the playoffs now. So come check us out. Yeah. And that's it. You got any last words here, B?
No, I mean, like I said, just great performance from Baltimore. Better than I was expecting, actually, particularly when it comes to the defense. And I hope that defense shows up that way against Kansas City next week. Baltimore, Kansas City, my favorite matchup in the NFL right now. I love seeing Lamar and Mahomes going back and forth doing their thing. So hopefully the defense shows up and we can have a competitive game. I'd love to see Baltimore pull it out, but we'll see.
All right, y'all. Thank you for joining the live stream, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.